All right, so Bike Talk 2020 starting out. Yesterday I actually recorded episodes. I'm not sure if I'm going to publish that one or not. Basically, I took my new chest mount, my GoPro chest mount, out for a spin yesterday, but didn't really check the footage until after I got back and realized that it was all pointed down, so you could see my handlebars and the street, but you couldn't see any cars or anything. So not ideal. Not sure if I'm going to publish that or not. So in any case, this will either be episode 1 or 2 of the 2020 season of Bike Talk. It's January 28th. It's actually my birthday. And it's about 39 degrees. Pretty nice day for a bike ride. I'm wearing a long sleeve gloves. Yeah, news of the day. Let's see. I talked about a bunch of stuff yesterday, but like I said, I'm not sure if it's going to be on the recording. I think I basically talked about how I've done a lot of rides already, but haven't recorded any talking because it's a little bit challenging to talk when you have a little sniffle like I have. I'm making a lot of sniffly noises, and it's a little cold, so you know, your throat gets a little dry, and you're dealing with a lot of like the wind, so it's not exactly ideal for talking. But a couple of new things. I did get my Insta mic, which is this microphone that you can clip on. I literally have not taken it out of the box yet, so I have not tested it, haven't had a chance. I did get the chest mount, the GoPro chest mount. Oh man, we're just speeding down here. Got the GoPro chest mount, chesty, and so that's pretty cool. But I gotta work on the mount part a little bit so it's swiveled up. Basically, when you put a chest mount on, I think if you're like walking around, it works very nicely. You have the camera, it sort of points straight out. But when you're on a bike, your chest is typically angled down, right? Because I'm sort of hunched over a little bit. Sometimes I'm sitting upright when I'm just relaxing. Sometimes when I'm biking though hard, I gotta stay focused. I got my arms, my hands on the handlebars, and then my chest is sort of pointed down. And that's what happened. All the footage was pointed down, except at the intersections where except at the points where I stopped. Right, because at the points where I stopped, I sat up straight. So I believe what I need to do is just point this thing up a little bit, so we can try that out. It's very different. It's a different mode. It's like first person. It's like a first person game, right? Because you see my hands and you see the front of the bike. Whereas with this particular viewpoint, it's on the top of my helmet. You see where I look, which is pretty cool. So like if I'm looking behind me or whatever, I'm looking and talking about something, or I'm talking to somebody, or I'm looking at a car, then you can see it. Chest mount, you can't really do that, right? It's always basically pointing where your chest is, and generally you don't move your whole body when you are biking. You're not like swiveling your entire body behind you to like see something. So yeah. Oh boy, that's some wind. That is windy. Oh my God. 1043 because Blue Ford, he is in a rush to make a left turn. We're all gonna hit this red light here. Oh, I think I can make it. I can make it. Plenty of time. This I can't make. So this is a good example of lights that are timed for cars and not bikes. Right? You can see like I was probably going, you know, 12 miles an hour, 15 miles an hour. Cars are going 25, so they can get through from that 39th Street to 38th Street, that full block, in way less time, and then catch these green lights. But it encourages speeding. Let's see. This fella's on his phone. I don't know if you can see. Let's see if he looks up. Nope. Green light. Now he sees it. Now he sees it. And that's a great example of not being focused. Where you're like, oh, I'm just going to use the phone just for a sec at this intersection, every time. Oh, he's Jersey plate. That's great. So here you can see I am taking in the middle lane here. Well, the left, second from the left. Middle of the lane. Got to contend with this stuff where Y102405C just sort of jumped out. That kind of stuff happens a lot. Oh, 17 seconds. This is a little funky. We're all gonna get through.
Break that up over there behind the police line.
We're all congested, but it's not because of my bike. It's because of your SUV. This guy. It's amazing how there's so many cops around here, but they actually don't do any kind of traffic work. Right, like here's like a, I don't know what, undercover cop that's obviously a cop, or I don't know, undercover vehicle, something that's like obviously a police vehicle, but and you have like cops kind of all around, SUVs, but they're not giving any tickets to any drivers doing dangerous stuff, which you would think like you'd be on high alert because you're in a highly pedestrianized spot here with like a billion people walking, all, you know, you got one bad actor behind the wheel of a car and you know, it's bad news. Bad news. All right, we're at 30th Street here. Now I can get on my protected bike lane. Kiss all those poor suckers driving their cars. Goodbye. Bye-bye. Left turns, these are all people who are failing to yield to me. I have the right of way here. Oh, is this guy stopping? That hurt. I'll tell you, number one most deadly thing is, you know, for cyclists and drivers for sure. But like the number two is these awful streets that are like potholes and all kinds of obstacles and crap that catches your bike, and you know, it may not kill you, but you know, it'll F up your your wrists, it'll knock you over, you'll punch out your front teeth. All kinds of bad stuff happens. I mean, that's just, I don't know, that's just what I'm even thinking just off the top of my head. But there's a billion injuries you can get. And on top of that, obviously, you can hit something and fall into traffic and then get run over by a car and die. So, like, it's all pretty bad. Anyway, thanks for watching. It's been Bike Talk 2020 edition, episode maybe 1 or 2, not sure. Like and subscribe.